I was about to fall asleep, and all of a sudden, I feel this hand grab the back of my head, lift it up a little bit, and then turn it towards them. And at that point, I didn't really know what I was going to do next. Hey everyone, it's me, Vivian, back with another video. And today, since it's cloudy and it's raining, I thought, why not make a video about my ghost story experiences. It also shows you how when we're little, we don't really know what is real and what is not, and we think that ghosts could be our friends, and then as we get older, we really start to fear the unknown and things that we can't explain. So when I was younger, around 2 or 3, I always had this imaginary friend, and I would always tell my mom, my friend is mad at me, he doesn't want to play. And my mom was like, oh, where did he go? And I'd say, oh, he's in the closet and he went in there and that's where he sleeps and that's where he goes when he gets mad at me. And my mom was like, no. So I had these conversations. At some point I moved out of that house and I stopped having that imaginary friend. And then there was this other experience when I was 7. Me and my cousin were watching a movie and all of a sudden, I don't know, the TV turned off, and as the TV turned off, we could hear like the spoons and forks and the drawers in the kitchen opening and shutting, so we decided, let's turn the TV back on. So we turned it back on and it stopped, and we turned it back off and it started, and we started playing with the TV until we finally turned it off. We got freaked out. My grandma was there, but she was sleeping. And we run to my grandma and we tell her, Grandma, we're scared. At that point, we would call the ghost a shadow figure because we didn't know what it was. And this other instance in the same house, my grandma's house, I was sleeping on the couch, and you know when you feel that something is watching you? So I felt like opening my eyes, and then all of a sudden I see a blue shadow rush really fast to the kitchen. And everyone was asleep. My mom was taking a shower, and my dad was sleeping on the other couch. So I tell my dad, can I sleep with you? So I went in that small couch and I slept with my dad. But then I started to cry, and I was like, I don't want to sleep in this house right now, today. I don't want to sleep here. And I don't know if my parents were scared too or what, but we ended up going to my other aunt's house and sleeping there. And there was this other instance in a house we were renting. The house was pretty scary. It seemed like an old type of house. And every time at night I could hear footsteps going up and down the steps. They were carpeted, so it was very faint. And all of a sudden at night, I was trying to go to sleep, and then I feel this hand grabs my head, lifts it up a little bit, and it turns it so I could face it, whatever it was. And I didn't know what to do at that point. I was like, should I look at this ghost person thing, or should I close my eyes and not look at it? But I closed my eyes really tight, and then all of a sudden it just like let my head drop. So it was over for now, but it kept happening again and again, like for 2 weeks. At some point I told my parents and my dad. He just yelled at my brother, stop scaring your sister. And he's like, what? I'm not even doing anything. But my dad couldn't explain what was going on, and he didn't believe that it could be a ghost. So every night it kept happening, and I didn't know what to do. In the weekends I kept inviting my cousins over, and it never happened when they'd be around. But when I was by myself, it would always happen. The same thing. I don't know what it was, if it wanted me to like look at look at it, acknowledge it, but I never did. And then at some point I decided, well, what can I do? So I decided to put the covers over my head, hoping that that would stop the whole grabbing my head. So I did that and it never happened again. But in the morning I'd be all sweaty and scared and I could barely sleep at night. At some point it just stopped happening. But it's crazy how a lot of these experiences just happened over the years. Could it have been because I kept watching like hauntings and I was so intrigued about always seeing a ghost again that it kept happening to me so many times? And I always wondered what would have happened if I would have seen the ghost, or I don't even know if it was really close to my face. I don't know if it was a little bit further away, but I know it wasn't my brother because I was on the top bunk bed and the hand was like as if the person was in front of me, like, and you know how bunk beds have the little stairs? I feel like it was probably right up there or somewhere, I don't know, like near me. So that was so freaky. I don't know what I would have done or what, but that was the scariest experience that's ever happened to me. This other one is a little bit minor, but we were in this room and we were about to go to sleep and I was by the wall because I feel safer near there, and I put my little brother nearest to the other side. And then all of a sudden, we weren't sleeping, but we were about to fall asleep, and this chair, it starts to spin around, you know, those spinny chairs, and it kept spinning around in circles left and right. And then I was like, and I told my brother, oh hey, look at it, the chair spinning. He's like, yeah, he just covered his head. And I think at some point we fell asleep, and all of a sudden I hear my name being called as if my little brother's calling my name. And I wake up and I say his name, and I touch the side of the bed to see if he's there, but it was nobody. Apparently he left me in that room alone and went to go sleep with my family. And now that I think about it, all those scary stuff was so crazy. I feel like I attracted it all because of how scared I was. And I think that's why I decided, you know what, I'm not gonna watch any more scary shows and any more scary stuff. Let me know in the comments down below in the next video.